Welcome to The Explainer. Look, if you're just watching the daily crypto prices, you are missing the real story. There's this massive, quiet shift happening right under the surface, a huge rotation of capital, and it's all pointing to one place: DeFi.
So to really get what's going on, you have to start right here. Someone recently said altcoins are in one of the most oversold conditions in history. Now, a lot of people hear that and they think, oh no, it's a disaster. But what if it's not? What if it's actually a massive signal, a blinking red light for the market's next huge move?
Exactly, because this isn't a collapse. Not at all. It's something way more interesting. It's like a great reset, a complete, fundamental change in where the smart money is deciding to go.
Yeah, so while everyone else is panicking about the red candles on their charts, there's this completely different story unfolding just beneath all that noise. So let's stop guessing and actually look at the data. Let's see what's really happening. Okay, first up, this number. $223 billion. That's how much money is currently locked up inside DeFi protocols. And let's be clear, this isn't just money sitting in a savings account. No way. It's being put to work, lending, borrowing, trading. It shows that DeFi isn't some experiment anymore. It has real utility, and people are trusting it with a ton of capital. Then let's zoom in on Ethereum. Get this. Almost 29% of all Ethereum is currently being staked. That means people are literally locking up their ETH to support the network, believing in its future enough to earn rewards on it. That is a massive, massive vote of confidence for the long haul.
And look, it's not just us regular folks. The big money is moving in too. We're talking institutional players. In just one recent month, nearly $4 billion flowed into Ethereum ETFs. You just don't see numbers like that unless the big players are serious about taking a position. So let's connect the dots here, right? We've got whales swapping billions in Bitcoin for Ethereum. We've got the altcoin season index at rock bottom. And we have a mountain of stablecoins, over $232 billion worth, just sitting there, ready to be deployed. This isn't panic. This is a calculated, strategic rotation. This money is getting prepped to go somewhere very specific.
So the big question is, where? Where is all this capital going? Well, all the evidence is pointing in one direction: DeFi, decentralized finance. And we're not just talking about a niche market. We're talking about the new Wall Street. I mean, just think about what DeFi really is. It's like taking the entire financial system and rebuilding it from the ground up, but better. The markets are global and they never close. Settlements happen in an instant, not days. And here's the kicker: anyone can access it. There aren't no gatekeepers. It opens up high-yield opportunities and even lets us tokenize real-world assets. It's not just another option, it's a total evolution. Okay, so you're probably thinking what I'm thinking. If DeFi is so amazing, if it's the future, then why isn't everyone already there? What's the catch? Well, the answer is actually pretty simple, but it's a huge deal. Right now, DeFi is a mess. It's a complicated maze. It's incredibly powerful, for sure, but user-friendly? Not even close. I mean, just think about it. You've got to move your assets across all these different networks. You're paying crazy fees sometimes. And just trying to find the best place to put your money, honestly, it's like a full-time job. And for most people, that's just too big of a barrier to even get started. And that gap, that complexity problem, is exactly what new tools are being built to solve. Which brings us to something called TraderSensei. It was basically designed to be the simple, easy bridge into this whole new world. The best way to think about it is like this. It's your own personal Bloomberg terminal for the DeFi world, but, actually simple enough for a normal person to use. The whole idea is to give you all the power of a pro trading desk, but without any of the headaches. So, okay, how does it actually do that? How does it tear down those walls? Well, it really boils down to three main things. First, it makes bridging your assets super simple, so you can move your money between different networks without a hassle. Second, it does the hard work of finding the best returns for you. And third, it gives you a super straightforward way to actually earn that passive yield. And here's what that simplicity looks like in practice. You get clear, easy options. Want to earn a steady 3% by lending with no lockups? Done. Or maybe stake your ETH directly for around 4%. Easy. It's all about getting that straightforward yield, but without having to be a technical genius to find it. And it's not just about one network. TraderSensei plugs you into the biggest and richest DeFi ecosystems out there. We're talking Ethereum, Polygon, Binance, Arbitrum, the whole shebang. So instead of hopping all over the place, you can tap into literally thousands of different protocols, all from one spot.
Plus, it's got this awesome tool called the DeFi Scanner. Think of it like your personal robot assistant that's working 24/7. It automatically scans all these different networks to find you the absolute best rates for lending, saving, and earning yield. So you never miss out and you don't have to spend your weekend doing research. All right, finally, let's talk about the fuel that makes this whole thing run, and that's the GNIM token.
So what's the big deal with GNM? Well, its main job is super simple: saving your money. When you use it to pay for your transaction fees inside the platform, those fees drop to just a tiny fraction of what they would be otherwise. That means you keep more of your money with every single transaction.
But it's not just about the cheaper fees. Holding and using the GNIM token is also your ticket to unlocking premium features, and it makes you part of a growing community that's all about building this bridge to the future of finance. It really is the key to fueling your whole DeFi journey.
So we've seen the data, we've seen the trend, we've seen how the tools are being built to make it all accessible. The shift to DeFi isn't a question of if anymore, it's a question of when, and it's happening right now, which really just leaves one final question for you. Will you watch or will you participate?
And if you decide you're ready to participate, not just watch, you can start your journey today, right at tradersensei.xyz.